Walker's Design Centre.
What was the inspiration behind the project?
So the clients came to us a couple of years ago wanting to build forever home geared up to entertain and have lots of guest stay. So with that in mind, it's definitely something a lot bigger and different to what we'd ever done in terms of the layout. But yeah, took their requirements on board, and with the help of your next question here, Lane Kelly's, they were the interior designers on that project. So working very closely with Cherie, they'd worked with these clients before on other projects, so she had their scope down pat. So between client inspiration and Cherie, it was a very, very nice design home.
Yeah.
The clients were pretty clear on their vision, but having a designer like Lane Kelly was to just put the pieces together and really bring it together, even just colours. It's very obvious when you have a good designer on board as well.
Yeah. Were there any designers or architects that played a role in the project?
Yep, so we had Cherie from Lane Kelly's. She was engaged by the client before we came on board. So I hadn't worked with those guys before, but worked very closely getting the design right before we got to permit stage. And then along with our trades, we had Team M Cabinetry do the joinery. So then, with her drawings, it made his shop drawings a lot easier. And just for the clients to visualise a house of that scale and size, very important to have someone directing that part.
Lots of 3Ds involved.
Lots of 3Ds and just like tile selections, paint colours, light fittings. There's so much for a couple to think about for a forever home. So I feel that was a crucial part of the project. And like I said, first time I'd worked with them, but would highly recommend.
Yeah, I love going into their shop, Lane Kelly's. It's one of my favourites, like a little treasure trove in there. And
they helped out with the curtains and blinds as well. So they're a good operation.
What were some of the standout features or design elements that you wanted to achieve in this home?
Probably the main feature is when you walk in the front door, there's two of them. There's a small halo at the front door, and then sort of as you walk down the entryway, there's a massive 5 metre radius dome within the ceiling. And that there was so much work went into that from the frame stage. And to lead you guys into it, like the ornamental cornice, it was a curved cornice, so we had to do templates for it. And it was perfect. So that was probably that's one of the real wow factors as you walk in the home. And then for us guys building it took probably the most work, so we all like to reminisce and appreciate it.
Curves are hard, aren't they?
Curves are hard, especially when it's the cornice there was 300 by 300, so it was quite a heavy custom-made cornice.
And that was just in the main living area?
That was throughout the whole house.
Oh, was it? Wow.
So the plaster package was a big one there. Just getting...
And lots of arches as well.
Lots of arches. So all the curved windows externally, and then there was some internal archways. So there was a lot of curves, which means just lots of measurements, templates. But it all worked well. And then probably the other, just the scale of the bathrooms. Like there was 6 bathrooms in the place, all 3.3 ceilings.
Wow.
All floor to ceiling tiles. There was a lot of nice detail as you sort of went through.
What was the ceiling height in the main living area?
It was all 3.3.
Wow.
And then in that dome section it stood up to about 4 metres. So it's
a lot of plaster.
It was big, and then with the 3.3 ceiling, and then the roof truss was I think about 3.5. So for a single story house pushing 7 metres in height is fairly grand.
Very. You've been working with Walkers for quite a few years now. What keeps you coming back?
It's just good customer service. So the reps that you've got on board, they're easy to deal with, responsive, and just how you've got the showroom set up now, it's quite easy to bring people through here. There's been a couple of times where I've brought clients in without me being able to make it, and the girls have been unreal and sort of walked them through. So to be able to see the different options here, to me that's a big positive.
Yeah.
There's different products that you're bringing out now, like the homes we're building is quite designs and inspirations always changing. So to be able to keep up with modern designs is a good thing. And originally, in my opinion, you guys would just plaster, but now it's a bigger picture, and we've used a couple of your new products, Tudor Woods. On our last project, we used your timber flooring through them. If I'm just going to one supplier, it just makes it a lot easier.
Simplifies the process for you and the client.
Yeah, so simple process, good customer service, and pricing also, like it's competitive pricing. So I can only do so much, and it's the client that makes the final decision. A lot of our stuff is cost plus an open book, so they just see it as it is. So there's no markups on my end, so it's very transparent. So whatever your cost is, they're seeing. So keeping that competitive just is a easy thing to deal with.
Yeah. What made you choose Walker's products for this particular build?
Probably from the start with Lane Kelly, with their design, they provide a spec sheet and a finisher schedule. So a lot of your stuff was specified, predominantly just tiling at the start. We brought the clients in, and you guys had a few different samples, and we took away, which then led into some bluestone cladding on the outside. We used like a brass trim in the flooring, which you guys provided. So you guys had a pretty good range of trims that we could use. So all started just from the designer's spec, which then just was a flow-on effect once we brought clients in and showed them what else you had.
They decided they wanted a few extra bits and pieces from
Correct.
from here.
Yeah.
Were there any specific products or finishes that helped you achieve your design vision?
Yeah, I think a couple of ones that stand out to me was the ornamental cornice. It was 300 by 300 in dimension, and that ran throughout the whole house. So that was a real standout feature as you walk in, but throughout the home. Another thing, we used a limestone natural tile in the sort of the guest master bathroom, and that looks very impressive.
Yeah, I saw the photos of that. It's beautiful.
A very glamorous room. And then externally, the travertine tiles also. So there was probably the natural stonework, and the ornamental cornice was probably the two highlights for me. Yeah. I don't think I've seen a cornice that big for a long time. So very heavy as well.
What challenges did you face during the build, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, so probably the biggest challenge was just the scale of the house. Transport with some of the prefab trusses was a hard one, with the height of the truss, I think, sat at about 3.5. So logistically, to get that down the highway, we had to get road permits, and it had to happen at certain times of the day. So that was probably something that I hadn't experienced before, which takes a bit of coordination. A little bit of engineering difficulty. We had a basement out the back. The house was sort of set on the side of a hill, so we dug a basement in underneath. But that sort of came after the fact from the initial design, and on top of that was a suspended slab with a 15-tonne fireplace on top.
It's full brick fireplace.
Full brick fireplace. So there's a lot of work with, we use Simon Anson local engineering company. A lot of work behind the scenes with them to make that comply.
A lot of steel.
A lot of steel, and a lot of concrete and steel to make that happen. So that was really the only design difficulties, and then probably the other hardest thing was getting hoodies out of you guys. That's near impossible. But Luckily,
you ended up getting 2?
No, I think we got 5.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
Shane did a special trip for us and dropped us out 5, and we were almost too nervous to wear them.
There will be some beanies on the way for this as well.
Good, looking forward to it.
Was there a particular area of the house that you're proud of?
Probably the 2 standout rooms for me would be the main living, entertaining area with it's a beautiful natural stone kitchen, and then I touched on before the halo ceiling recess is a very much a standout with a big chandelier in the middle.
Yeah.
Or probably the main guest bathroom, just the grandness with the finishes in there. It's hard to not be proud of that one.
Yeah. If you could describe Walkers in 3 words, what would they be?
Honest, hardworking, affordable.
Where textures, tones, and visions appear, guided by hands that truly